This week's NFL three-bagger brought to you by Blue Line Auto. For all your automotive needs, call Blue Line Auto at 814-230-9061 or stop in their location at 1606 Pennsylvania Avenue East in Warren. Last week, Sketty and I match up 1 and 2. 1 and 2 has been my number for like 3 weeks in a row. It's not doing great for my overall record. Sketty has a 1 and 2 week after a hot streak he was on, but he won his lock of the week, so he actually finished 2 and 2. We'll be right back with a recap and 3 more picks for you.
Welcome to the Beehive Sports Podcast. Here are your hosts, Joe and Sketty.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Week 18 three-bagger. We recap last week. The Dolphins just get absolutely smoked. That fucked both of us for the loss there. We both had the Dolphins plus 3.5 in that game. Texans plus 12.5. I got on the game at 13.5. And was
I've
texting.
never received such an angry text message in my life. God, you were pissed.
I was pissed because they have a 13-point lead. It's 4th and 1. There's 40 seconds to go in the game?
It wasn't a lot, yeah.
40 seconds to go. And Shanahan decides to kick a field goal instead of just attempting the first down and ending the game. It was the biggest douche move of his lifetime.
No.
I was covering with it was. I was covering with the hook. And I was pissed off about that.
Gifting Tom Brady a Super Bowl up 28-3 by deciding to unleash the passing game was the biggest douche move in that guy's career.
All right, that's fair.
By a lot.
Either way, I was extremely dissatisfied with him this past Sunday. My lone win of the week, Steelers were getting points at home. They won outright. Sketty, his lone win of the week being the Bengals, who won outright while getting 5.5. He had the Cowboys -6. They lost to Arizona. So let's get to this week's picks. We got where are we at here? Let me see. Sketty, we'll start off with you. Got the Chiefs. By the way, the lines you sent me at what time was that? 2:00? Noon?
Yeah. Yeah, it was earlier today, yeah.
2 of them changed already.
Really?
Yeah, so you had Chiefs -10. That game's at 11.5.
Yep.
And you had the Vikings, I think, at 4.5, and they are now at 5.5. So we'll get to that one, but go ahead with the Chiefs.
Yeah, I think they're just going to pound down on the Broncos. Drew Lock looks like he's questionable for the week, so an unhealthy Drew Lock against the Chiefs. When the Chiefs are playing Saturday and need a win to possibly get the 1 seed.
Yeah, they got a lot to play for.
Bad news. Yeah. I think they're going to just beat them down.
Yeah, that very well. I could definitely see that game going that way. I'm riding the Steelers again on Big Ben's farewell tour. The Ravens are just a fucking mess, and you just never know, what team is showing up or who is playing quarterback. I haven't even looked to see if Lamar's playing. I don't care if he is. I think that the Steelers' defense is just riding high right now. They want to send Ben out the right way, whether they make the playoffs or not. It's still an important game to them. It's still an important game to the Ravens as well. But I just think the Steelers could keep this close enough that even if they lose 5.5, will get me a win there. So that's why I'm leaning Pittsburgh on that one. And on to your second pick, the Vikings, as I said, jumped from 4.5 to 5.5. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just think the Bears are really bad. I think the Vikings, this is just kind of a pride game, and I think they're going to put it on them.
So we got a couple comments coming in from Darren. Said Lamar didn't practice today. Yeah, I with the stretch that they have to even make the playoffs, I wouldn't be surprised. If it's even a game time decision, why rush them? Your year's kind of scrapped compared to what you wanted it to be. You're plagued with injuries all season long. I know you want to get the win, but at what cost? And Huntley's been playing pretty good. So,
Yep.
Why rush him back? I don't think if you don't need to.
Yep.
Hunter says Lamar will be gone soon. We'll see about that because his contract's about to come up, so we'll see what goes on there.
Yep.
But he also said Huntley looks better, and I don't disagree with that as a thrower. Huntley's not bad,
good.
and he could be a guy too who, obviously, to me, there's no chance Baltimore says, "Okay, sorry, Lamar, we're going to keep this guy instead of you." They're not going to let him go anywhere. So I could see Huntley could be a guy though who I could see getting moved to another team because of interest. People being interested in.
He'll get it. Yeah, he'll get a shot someplace. I'm not maybe to start, but he'll get to come in and compete for a job, I think.
Right. All right. So I think we're moving on. My second one, right? Yeah, and I'm going Dolphins again. I know they let me down last week, but they always play the Patriots tight. They're at home. They could play spoiler to a division foe. I could see them, giving it their all this week, and the defense could give Mac Jones some problems. So that's where I'm going with that one. It's another one. I know the Patriots just completely trounced Jacksonville last week, but I just don't see them putting up that sort of effort again. And I like the Dolphins in that game plus 6.5.
Yep.
Chargers and the Raiders.
Yeah, I just think the Chargers are the better team. This was an iffy one just because you don't know which Chargers team's going to show up, the good one or the team that loses to the Texans. But I also think the Raiders are kind of in the same boat, and with the playoffs on the line, I just don't see any chance the Raiders win this game. I think the Chargers go away pretty big here.
Well, it'll be a big problem for you if they end up with the tie agreement.
Yeah, correct.
You're going to lose that one, just so you know.
I will.
All right, my last pick, I got the Jags plus 15.5. I'm going to ride that 2014 streak. I believe in the comments, we had Darren say his lock of the week is Jaguars plus 15.5, says he knows the Colts too well. Yeah, that's where I'm taking that one too.
I actually had that written down as the first game that I picked. I was going to take the Jags, and then I thought, man, the Jags are just really, really, really bad.
They are really bad.
I didn't feel comfortable, but that's a lot of points. So I kind of agree. I think that's a good pick.
Yeah, I just like the number, and I could see, the Colts winning that one by 2 touchdowns. But this is a game, too, for Jacksonville players, especially where you're going to be looked at by the incoming coach on how you performed in that last game of the season when nothing, of course they've been playing for nothing anyways, but I just think that, this is a game that will be evaluated by incoming coaches. And I think, Lawrence is severely underperformed this year. And I think a lot of that has to do with the Urban Meyer drama and all of that. And I think that's the consensus about Trevor Lawrence is he was just put in a situation that fucking sucks. As opposed to some of the other guys. So, like Mac Jones, for a prime example, put in a much better situation. So, I just like the Jags there. So we'll get into the lock of the week. Oh, the decade, actually. I said week.
Lock of the decade. Yep.
Decade, yeah. Tell us about it.
Yeah. I'm going to go with the Rams here. Just because I know that nothing good is allowed to happen to me as a 49ers fan. So they'll finally beat them for the first time in like 3 years. And then the Falcons will lose a close one to the Saints. And I'll be sitting here next week going, what the fuck happened to this season? How are we so good? And just blow it. I just really think, especially with the questions at quarterback, Jimmy, I think, practiced yesterday. Is he going to be healthy? Do they go with Lance? It's just there's too much riding on this game. It's a big moment. I think it's going to get away from them. The Rams are going to love to play spoiler. I've just had a terrible feeling about this all week. And I hope that I'm wrong. But bad feeling.
Yeah, I mean, I have no horse in the race, obviously, but I do like listening to you and James go back and forth. So I just hope whatever happens, it's meaningful and that there's some good shit talking that comes out of it.
Hunter, the Niners can beat them, but yeah, just no faith.
Debo hasn't lost to him yet, right?
Debo has not lost to him. I hope the streak stays alive, but ever since I've just had this bad feeling. It's in the gut.
I just have a hunch too that the Niners are going to be playing pretty fucking hard in that game. I just think
they are going to be. I'm hoping. I'm hoping they show up.
Hunter says he found a Chiefs fan. Who is it? Let me know. Get me in touch with him because we're going to need him next week for sure. Yeah, I want to know who it is. I just asked. I want to know who it is. How the hell else am I supposed to get him on here if I don't know who it is? Yeah. Does he live in Frederick, Maryland, where the Washington football team plays?
Her.
He's her. Who's her? Oh, it's a girl. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, it's his mom. That's fine. I'm good with it. I hope she prep her for some good shit talking because that would be, yeah, I'm in for that. Do it. So, one last comment before we end this. Darren says, me and Sketty love to hate our teams. Yeah, you two are very similar when it comes to your feelings on, the 49ers and Colts.
Well, it's not hate. It's just, I've been riding them pretty hard this year. But this is one I just have the feeling that nothing good is going to happen here.
Yeah.
I hope I'm wrong.
I'm pretty sure the past, month of Darren being in the comments on this show, he loves to hate the Colts. Yeah.
He loves to hate the Colts.
It's been fun. We definitely appreciate it. One thing too I wanted to mention, well, I guess that can wait, but I did want to bring it up. I guess I should have waited before I opened my mouth, but I was thinking because podcasts go in seasons. That's how, when I upload everything, it still says season 1 until we make it season 2. So what I'm thinking is that the show the week after the Super Bowl will be our last show for season 1. And we're going to take a month, maybe 3 or 4 weeks off of doing a show because February sucks, especially for us. I mean, we aren't big hockey, NBA. And I don't get into college basketball until tournament time.
Yeah.
So I think that would be a good time for us to take a breather and regroup. And I got some stuff I've been working on to make the production a little bit better, so we can come back with some stronger stuff there too. And just something I was thinking about. Of course, me and you will talk about it a little more in detail. But I did want to let people know that might be something that happens. We get a little vacation, and then when we fire back up in March, right around the time free agency begins, then we can we'll be able to start season 2 officially, and head into the good, one of the best parts of football offseason, free agency, and heading towards the draft. So
yeah,
and then March Madness, of course, obviously
March Madness. Yeah, spring training should be getting ready to kick in.
Yeah, so we'll have a
little bit more going on.
Yeah. Hunter says make March Madness your comeback show. Yeah, I think it's going to be something like that. So yeah, all right. Well, that's it for this week. Again, I'll be in touch with people who are going to be involved in the fan rant. Obviously, the teams who have the 1 seed, like Ramage, won't be with us next week because he'll have to wait till the following week because we're going to do it, until we're down to 2, and let the Super Bowl team fan rant begin. I think that'll be really cool to do. So, thank you again, everybody, for listening, chiming in. We appreciate you. Thank the sponsor, Swing Juice, Napoli's, Your Daily Local, Jones Pest Control, Means Sales and Service, Blue Line Auto, and the Me, Myself, and Rye podcast. That's it for this week. So we'll see you next week. Fan rant, playoffs, what we've been waiting for all season. It's going to be good. Till then, take care.